former President Donald Trump has unveiled a bold new initiative called the Board of Peace, marking his return to the global diplomatic stage with a dramatic proposal. This new international body is designed to oversee Gaza's post-war future, taking on the enormous challenge of stabilizing and rebuilding the region after years of conflict and devastation. The move comes in the wake of a U.S.-brokered ceasefire and is intended to bypass the often slow and bureaucratic United Nations process, instead offering a more direct, executive-led approach to peacebuilding and reconstruction. Notably, India has been invited to join this ambitious effort, signaling a significant shift in global power dynamics and placing New Delhi at the heart of a major international diplomatic initiative. The board's mandate is sweeping, covering everything from ensuring security and law enforcement to driving economic revival, infrastructure development, and humanitarian aid. A coalition of diverse nations, Western allies and emerging powers alike, has been tasked with the monumental responsibility of rebuilding Gaza and fostering long-term stability. As the world closely watches these developments, India's response and participation could ultimately determine the board's legitimacy and its ability to deliver real change. The stakes are high, and the future of peace efforts in the region may well depend on the success of this unprecedented international collaboration. The Board of Peace is structured much like a global corporation, designed to bring together powerful interests under a single streamlined authority. At the top sits Donald Trump as chairman, wielding final authority and acting as the board's public face and ultimate decision-maker. Supporting him is an executive committee, featuring high-profile figures like Marco Rubio, Jared Kushner, Tony Blair, and Ajay Banga, tasked with driving the board's agenda and managing day-to-day operations on the ground. To secure a permanent seat at the table, members must contribute a staggering $1 billion, ensuring only the most committed and influential players have a lasting voice. However, temporary fee-free memberships are also available, opening the door for a wider range of nations and organizations to participate in the process, at least for a limited time. The board's ambitious mission is to oversee Gaza's reconstruction, establish a new system of governance, and lay the groundwork for long-term stability. This includes deploying an international security force to maintain order and working to disarm Hamas, aiming to prevent future conflict. A secondary Gaza Executive Board, which includes regional powers like Qatar and Turkey, is responsible for local implementation, though this arrangement has already sparked tension with Israel and other stakeholders. Critics argue that the board's charter notably omits any mention of Palestinian rights or statehood, raising serious doubts about its long-term vision for genuine peace and self-determination in the region. India's invitation to the Board of Peace highlights its growing global influence and trusted diplomatic status. The Modi government is weighing the benefits, greater Middle East influence, and stronger U.S. ties against risks like limited autonomy under Trump's leadership and potential diplomatic fallout. A permanent seat means a hefty financial commitment. A temporary role offers flexibility, but less sway. India's decision will signal its foreign policy priorities and could sway other nations' choices. Joining would mark a shift toward greater international responsibility. Declining would reinforce India's tradition of strategic autonomy. The world is watching as India's move could shape the board's fate. Global reactions to Trump's Board of Peace are mixed, reflecting the complexity and deep divisions that define international diplomacy today. The announcement has sent shockwaves through capitals around the world, with leaders scrambling to assess the potential impact on their own interests and regional stability. Hungary and Vietnam quickly joined, eager to be seen as early supporters and to strengthen their diplomatic ties with the United States. Meanwhile, Australia and Canada remain cautious, weighing the risks and benefits before making any commitments, and consulting closely with their allies. Key regional players like Egypt and Turkey are undecided, holding back official endorsements as they monitor the evolving situation and consider their own strategic interests. Many governments are waiting to see how events unfold, aware that early moves could have lasting consequences. Israel has strongly objected, citing a lack of coordination and the controversial inclusion of rivals Turkey and Qatar, which has fueled tensions and raised questions about the board's legitimacy. European leaders and experts are skeptical, voicing concerns about the board's top-down structure and its ability to address the root causes of the conflict. Critics argue that the board lacks a clear focus on Palestinian rights, and that without genuine representation, any peace effort is likely to falter. The board's success hinges on securing broad support from the international community and on building trust among all parties involved. Especially crucial will be the participation of India and other influential regional powers whose involvement could tip the balance. Its first steps, addressing Israeli concerns, Palestinian needs, and the urgent task of reconstruction, will be closely watched by the world. The coming months will reveal whether this bold experiment can break the cycle of conflict and offer a new path forward, or if it will ultimately become another failed peace effort, lost to history like so many before it.